Globally, it's about 3% solar and wind. And then in the US, it's something like 12% of our electricity, about 4% of our energy, maybe it's up to 5% of our energy is solar and wind. But I want to, so the billions, it's first of all, it's many more than billions, it's at least hundreds of billions, arguably trillions. But the really costly thing is the restriction on fossil fuels that these are used to justify. It's one thing to take our money and waste it, and that is really, really bad. But it is a much worse thing to drastically increase the cost of energy by restricting it. And so when you think about higher oil prices, coal prices, natural gas prices around the world, this was a totally preventable problem. It is only caused by artificial restrictions on fossil fuel investment, production, and transportation, because we've got plenty of the resource and the knowledge of how to harness it has not diminished. It's gotten better than ever. But our politicians on this idea that we need to get rid of fossil fuels and replace them with unreliable solar wind, they have restricted development around the world. And so that is the real tragedy, because you raise energy prices. And as I told Barbara Boxer, and she didn't listen, because she said, oh, you're a philosopher, I don't need to listen to a philosopher. Well, a philosopher looks at the big picture. And this philosopher learned a lot about energy and became an energy expert. And a very simple truth is the cost of energy determines the cost of everything, because energy is the industry that powers every other industry. So when you make energy more expensive, you make everything more expensive. And that's what we're seeing most tragically right now with skyrocketing food prices around the world.